Hey everyone, welcome to your YouTube channel Que Auto Compro. My name is Marco Carvajal, and today we're going to Georgia. We're gonna go to Bryan County. Creating cars, making a car is like art. It goes from design, engines, technique, style, fashion. So many people and so many parts get involved. And today I'm gonna show you how Hyundai is producing a new huge car plant. And just to give you an advance, this plant, the Metaplant, is going to be based on electrified cars. It's going to be towards everything electrified, from batteries to automobiles. Hyundai, Kia, Genesis, all part of the Hyundai Motor Group. We are in the historic district of Savannah, Georgia. Savannah is very famous as a setting for very famous movies like The Garden of Good and Evil, scenes from Forrest Gump, and many other movies. It's also a very historic town, and it's beautiful. It's one of the very popular destinations in the U.S. where people come and love to see the Savannah River, walk around the Savannah Old District. But now something new is coming to Savannah, something completely different that is going to change the economy and even a little bit of the culture of this city. Hyundai is building their largest plant in the U.S. It's almost finished, very close to Savannah, Georgia, in Bryan County, only about 30 minutes outside of Savannah. We're going to have the largest plant manufacturing for electrified cars by Hyundai. One of the main cars that are going to be built in the new Hyundai plant is the Ioniq 5, a very popular electric car, becoming one of the best electrified cars in the US. And there's also going to be other cars that later will be announced by Hyundai and by Genesis, also one of the other partner companies of Hyundai. It is expected that about 80% of the workforce that will start to work in the new Hyundai Megaplant will be actually from Savannah. But of course, there will be workers coming from all over around Bryan County and around Savannah. But it's definitely going to benefit the economy and the culture. And Hyundai is focusing not just on building the plant and on building eco-friendly atmosphere, environment around the plant, but also one of their focus is to help the community. Hyundai is really trying to build a bridge between the plant manufacturing cars here in Georgia and then helping the community. So far, it seems that Hyundai have invested about $1 million or more in the community through different organizations and foundations, and that's going to keep going on. So that's going to be definitely something very beneficial for the city of Savannah, for Georgia in general, for Bryan County, and for other counties around this area where this huge, large manufacturing, massive plant is going to start to operate very soon at the end of 2024, beginning of 2025. So this is exciting news. Why is so important for Hyundai to give back to the community, to give back to Georgia, to Bryan County, to all of this? Why are you focusing so much on that? Why it's so important, that bridge between manufacturing cars as a business, producing, and the community?
So I think any company has an obligation to give back. It's called corporate social responsibility. Ultimately, it's you want to give back to the community, you want to invest in the community, you want happy, healthy people ultimately to hopefully come work for us or maybe buy our products. But I think it's an obligation for any company that operates in an area to be part of an important part of the community and give back. there's food insecurity, there's cancer. I mean, and Hyundai Hope on Wheels is huge about. So, does Hyundai make money when they do that? No, but it's about our responsibility to be a responsible corporate citizen, and that is led from global down from California down to here. So, it's just about being good neighbors and making sure that we are respected, earning people's respect, not demanding it, earning their respect by doing what's right.
I've read somewhere that you already have invested in the community more than $1 million. It was like $1.2 million up to today.
That would be a Brandon data point. But yes, up for the past, I can believe that, for the past 3 years, it would be probably a 1.2.
Since you started to build this plant, you already start to focus. It's not, so the plant is not even built yet.
No.
And I mean,
it's almost built.
It's not finished.
No.
It's not operating yet.
Back.
And you already start to do that since a couple of years ago.
Yes.
So you really focus on that. And I think that's the focus of Hyundai.
Hyundai's goal of being a responsible corporate citizen wherever they operate. So.
I'm Mark Lindsay. I'm the CEO for Frank Callen Boys and Girls Club here in Savannah, Georgia. Genesis has barely been engaged. This will be the third time they're in the club this year. The Hyundai Genesis car dealers came in and volunteered to help clean up and do some different programs with the kids, and today they're actually teaching them about renewable energies and upcycled materials and how they can use them in this STEM project that we're doing.
In that respect, I know that you have all these different foundations as you ran, like a Hope and another. What would be the main focus, the main way how you try to help the community?
Here?
Yes. Bryan County, Savannah, all the major cities around here. Is there like a specific one that you are focusing more on this? Are you focusing more on helping the children?
We have it. We're still working on our CSR program. Everything that's been done to date is from California HMNA, and we welcome their money. But we are designing a program, so we have our pillars, which we haven't announced yet, so I can't share them with you. But laddering up, our pillars will ladder up to HMNA, which ladder up to Hyundai. But I can give you hints. It's environment. It's
environment.
Yeah, obviously we're an eco plant.
Sure.
So giving back to environmental causes. Children, education is very, very important. Not only just to enhance everyone's lives, but also, let's call it selfishly, we want people to want to come work for us. We want to, that's a way to expose people to the Megaplant and MetaPros that they may not have ever had the opportunity to do. And then there's other corporate social responsibilities. There's food deserts. There's a lot of food insecurity that if people can't eat, then they can't study, then they can't.
One of the things that is definitely going to be a challenge for Hyundai, and it's the same is going to be for every car manufacturer, this process that we're seeing through electrification. And this is a very electrified plant, it seems, as you were mentioning. So that's something that we don't know what's going to happen. So it was interesting for me how you said that you have kind of like, you didn't say plan B, but you could go into plan B. Contingencies.
Always. And I've been really impressed because I'm privy to all the contingencies. I've been very impressed. I've been in this industry for 25 years. They've thought ahead when designing this plant. So they know that the market can change. It's very flexible. We have the ability to add 200,000 more units to with additional investment.
Go from 300 to
500. But also the contingency about the hybrids. And we need to build what the market wants.
True.
Right? We'd like to teach them to want more electric vehicles because we do believe that that's the future of mobility.
And the Ioniq is doing really well.
Oh, yeah.
The Ioniq it's incredible how it had developed.
Yes.
It's very, very popular now. And everybody loves the Ioniq.
It's awesome.
So,
have you driven it?
Yes.
Yeah.
But now I heard that Hyundai is also thinking about the future, not only cars. And this might be like a long-term plan, but we could be thinking about flying cars in the future, about other ways of transportation.
we had presentations at Supernal is our flying taxi company. Kia did an amazing presentation on different vehicles that aren't really, they're platforms rather than, so different flexibility. So yeah, they're investing in a lot. And then robotics, you talked about Boston Robotics. So I think it's fascinating, all the different pools they're playing in, because it is, that's why we say the future of mobility. It doesn't necessarily mean to be the future of the automobile industry. It's about how we get around. So you could have individual pods all the way up to a flying air taxi or flying.
And hydrogen now it's coming into the game very slowly.
Yes.
Electricity is now the main focus,
Right.
but hydrogen could be the future. Maybe both of them working together, electricity and hydrogen.
Well, hydrogen, I think hydrogen electric vehicles are proving out to be. We have an Exient truck that we will be employing on the site. We haven't announced it 100% yet, but Jose mentioned it. So yes, hydrogen's part of the solution as well. I mean, there's no one silver bullet. We need to make sure that we're looking at all possibilities and again, contingencies.
And now that you mentioned, Jose, it is a project that Jose Munoz, like the global CEO, that he took like in his heart. Do you feel like, as working in the plant, do you feel like Jose is really involved with this? It's like they're really focusing on this plant.
Yes,
like the new baby, the new.
I can't put words in Jose's mouth because I'm not Jose. However, there's a story about the people here in Savannah knew that a car company was coming, but they didn't know who. And none of them knew the industry. So they saw these people get off the plane, they greeted them, and Jose was one of them. Like, he's been very intimately involved in the selection. So yes, this is all of the upper management's baby. This is our golden, our crown jewel for right now. But the story is Jose, and he won't admit if it was on purpose or not, had a backpack that said Hyundai on it, and he was wearing it, and they all saw him, oh yeah, because they courted Volvo, they didn't get Volvo. VinFast really wanted to be here, but then Hyundai came, and they chose Hyundai. Stamping on site, so all the body panels are there, all the welding happens there. We'll have Transits as our seat. Mobis is, so a lot will be assembled on site. We'll have 12 suppliers off-site, locally, building 12. Now, I can't tell you exactly what's coming from elsewhere. I know like between Alabama and Kia, Georgia, one produces engines, one produces transmissions, and then send them to each other.
Sure. So there's probably some collaboration.
But we don't have engines right now, so all the electric motors will be assembled by Mobis. Transys is our seat company, so they'll be assembled right on site and delivered to us just.
And I heard that you're building batteries here.
Yes, we're a joint venture battery plant with LG.
Oh, great.
That it will be open in August of 2025.
Well, it's time to say goodbye. Again, my name is Marco Carvajal, and thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel, please give us a like, and stay tuned because we're gonna have tons of news about car manufacture, new cars, car production, everything you want to know here in your YouTube channel. Goodbye.